Hey, this is Brittany, and previously I've made videos about how Spunk Ransom uses Twitter. Even though the way we use Twitter doesn't change or hasn't changed, Twitter has. About 6 months ago, they redid their layout and changed things around, so I thought I would update the training video so that you know where everything is now in case you're not a regular Twitter user. So first, this is our timeline. This is actually our whole homepage that you're looking at right now. But this is our timeline. This is called a star, or also called favoriting. This is how we mark our places in Twitter. When you first come into Twitter, you're going to scroll down this until you see a mark. So let's keep going. I don't see a mark. Here's a mark. That indicates where the last person on Twitter left off. They also indicate potential news stories. So say I'm in Twitter, I just reported in. Um, I'm going. Your whole point is to mark potential news stories. So that was a potential news story, so we will leave that starred. Let's keep going up, see if we see anything. Um, let's see. Something good. Okay, well, that's Kristen Stewart. This is an interview, so that may be something. So let's star this. And that's basically all you're doing. You keep going up. Okay, that is Rob related. We're gonna keep that starred. So let's keep going up. What's this? Cosmopolis, and an article of some sort by this reviewer. So let's star this because that could be something. And looks like new tweets are in. So let's refresh. And we're gonna go back down to where the last mark was and keep moving up. We already had this starred from down here. So let's keep going. This is Rob in ET Canada, so let's see what that's about. Let's star that. And that's basically where you keep going. You just keep doing that. Um, just be sure when you report out of Twitter that you star your last tweet. So we're going to star this because that's where we left off. That way, the next person that comes in, that's where they'll start. And um, they will start that process over again. Now, all the things that you start, all the tweets and all the potential news stories, they all get filed into one place. And that's why we have one person starring usually, and then someone in faves or favorites. And take care of all of those things that we've marked. So that, like I said, they're conveniently in one place. And we can go through that in a more organized way. Now, in the old Twitter, favorites used to be on the side here on the menu. Of course, they changed that because that would be easy. So they've made it more difficult. So let's go up to this little guy right here, or you can click this guy here. Either one, I click this one. And it's going to be on this menu. So this, by the way, is all the favorites, or all of our tweets that we've tweeted out. This little mark here means that we've retweeted something. That means it's cool, kind of news, but not good enough to post. So even though it's relevant, like Water for Elephants is on in some foreign country in Italy, that's cool. Let's let Italian fans know it's on. So let's retweet that. And because we want posts, that would be so many posts saying that Rob is on some certain channel, certain time. all over the world. Um, so we're gonna go to favorites, and as you can see, this is where all of our stuff went. There are some tweets from us that stay starred because these are our promotional tweets. So we want to tweet these out as much as possible. So you can like copy them and paste them into a new tweet and put that out there. But these stay starred. Kristen's the only one that can mess with those. So leave those be, please. But let's focus on the potential news stories here. So this one looked like it might be something. So I'm going to click that link. It's going to bring me to something, and I may post it or I might not. But in either case, it's now mine. I'm now responsible for it. And because someone could be in favorites with me, I'm going to unstar that so that they don't post it. So then there's two of us posting the same thing. So we want to avoid that. So we unstar. So will I post or not post that? Same with this. I'm going to take this too. That might be something. So I'm going to make sure I unstar that. And then if someone is in Twitter already, you want to make sure you refresh. That way you can see the newest list in case someone came by and took stuff out. That might sound confusing, but we're here for questions all the time. Now, one other thing that there's ats, and what ats are people that tweet us, and you get to those by clicking connect and mentions, and we can see people are saying hi, you're doing the best. Sometimes people send us magazine scans, and someone like here is actually telling us, there's a Graham Norton show and Rob is going to be on there with Russell Brand and Emily Blunt. Okay, cool. We may post that. So there could be potential stories also in here that someone is sending to us. So even though we don't make any marks because we know where to find them, they're always going to be in this connect area. You don't need to star them, but there could be news stories in here. There could be fan pictures, like I said, magazine scans, things of that nature. So to get back to the homepage, you click home here. If you want to tweet out something, you can click there and tweet. Just make sure you put something at the end that signifies that you are the one that tweeted it out, so we can keep track of who's sending what. And these are the worldwide trends. These are like the most popular topics on Twitter right now. Sometimes Cosmopolis could be on there. I think Rob has been on there once or twice for something. I know Twilight's been on there. In any case, we can screen cap this little area here and we would post that. That would be newsworthy. So, let's catch this up one more time since I'm doing this. So let's refresh, kind of go through all this. Let's go down to the last thing here. That is not Rob. This is just my mark, so I'm going to unstar it. And let's start looking for news. Irish Times interview with Rob and David. That could be something, so let's start that. This could be something I want. You'll learn to start reading or catching certain foreign words. Let's just check that out for later. So let's mark it. Keep moving on. And yeah, okay. So let me mark where I left off for someone else that comes in or whatnot. And then you can do whatever you want. You can check out favorites, which one I'm doing right now. And as you can see, the things that we starred are going to be in here for someone to grab or for you to grab. I know I posted this, so I'm going to unstar. So that is Twitter. One tiny little remark would be we also have direct messages, which are private in between us and someone else. Those are usually handled by Kristen. Anything like a personal conversation or whatnot, we would like you to handle that on your personal Twitters, because those could be fun too. I'm barely on mine, but it is fun. And who we follow here on Spunk Ransom, you can follow on your personal Twitter, and you can have conversations with them and do whatever. We don't judge you on yours. But while you're on Spunk Ransom's Twitter, you're kind of a representative. Well, not kind of, you are a representative of the website. So we would like any kind of tweets to be only Rob focused and about his films and, more professional kind of tweets. So if you have any questions, hopefully I did that somewhat well. Let me know.